How has the day been? How have you started your holiday? If you
Good
are doing,
afternoon,
if you are having work.
sir. Good afternoon, sir. The holiday is not holiday for me, but anyway, we are still celebrating house. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Everything's okay. To be, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask a question, but I don't know if this is the platform for asking the question, but I'll go ahead and ask. We
Yes,
had
go
an assessment yesterday.
Okay.
We took, I don't know if you're aware about it, but we had an assessment. Um, it said all participants,
Yeah.
but the questions that were asked were, I think, for the beginner track.
Okay.
So, yeah. Then I still took the assessment though, but like when I got the score back, it added like a tally of other tracks to my score.
Oh,
Like I was
okay.
graded, I was graded. I don't know if like it will eventually be removed, but like I was graded over 50 with the the data analysis track, programming, UI UX track too. So I just wanted a little clarity on that.
Okay. Okay. Glad is upcoming, please. So I think that will be actually looked at. So that should be a glitch from the technical team. So it will be looked into, and we'll see how that can be rectified. Then concerning the question, I think the question was just basically digital marketing. So I think subsequently now there will be different, like there will be differences when it comes to that. I think you're expecting questions that are more sophisticated for your class. I think so, but I think it's just a general digital marketing track. That was like there was no segregation. Maybe it's intermediate and not. So, but that way going forward that will actually be looked into so that you guys can have probably will be having a different kind of assessments, you know, just like there's assessments yesterday for everybody. There have been assignments and also class assessments done in different sections. For example, we on the digital marketing track on the beginners level, there's continuous assessments in the week. So, and then we have the final assessment, which is like an assignment over the weekend to be submitted on Monday or the likes. And then you now have the general, like everybody, okay, so far, let's test your knowledge and let's see what you have been able to learn over a period of time. So I think I've taken note of what you said, which is there should be a little bit distinct or peculiarity to each level. Yes, each level. Thank you, Toby. Uh, Gladys, you wanted to say something the other time?
Yes, sir, I just wanted to reply to Toby because I also took the assessment yesterday.
Okay.
So after I took the assessment, I just noticed that the score was very poor. I mean, it was 10 question I saw on the digital marketing platform. So I was seeing something like 6/50. So I had to like ask the panels on their mail what was really going on. So she said the other questions weren't part of the assessment, and for the other um, departments like other classes, it just joined together. So it's just a glitch, but our main score is on the digital marketing. So it's what is called on the digital marketing test that you got really. So that's what I just wanted to say. I just wanted to ask that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, okay. Toby,
I'm sorry. I think Gladys has really answered the question. I wanted to ask if I could ask. There are two questions on that the assessment that maybe before we get into class, maybe we could kind of hash the question on elements of a brand, visual style, typography, things like that. Then there's that question. Then um, brand presence too, because I don't know if there was already like a preset answer for, because what I saw was like a preset answer down.
Okay.
So I don't know if we're supposed to be graded with like a preset answer. I don't know if you understand what I mean. You get
Like okay, I'm trying to
so like
get you. It means that if you choose the wrong answer, you will
when
not be, you'll be wrong, right? If I'm
when
correct.
I saw this or question, it was just like definition. We're asked like a definition of brand presence. So the answer I gave wasn't worded the same way with the answer that was provided as the one that was correct. So I just wanted clarity on those two questions. I
Okay.
don't know if this is like the platform for that, or perhaps like when we get somewhere else it could be answered.
Okay.
Like,
Let me see if I can. So coming. So I think concerning the data presence, I think probably the settings, it's not giving it might not give the room to like use other thing, but actually we expected it to what do you call it to flow in a particular sphere, but probably due to the technicality of Google Form, it might not allow that flexibility in a way that you allow you to answer like the way you feel like this is what it is. So I think that is and it's because it's applying to everybody. Probably is a general, and everybody have different definitions. So I think that's where the glitch is coming from. So we'll also look at that and see how everybody can answer the question in different formats, but I'll actually be able to give the right answer at the end of everything. So I think concerning the element of a brand that you talked about, I think we have the name and logo, typography, visual styles and designs, right? So which option do you choose? Let me ask you, which option do you choose?
I chose visual style because like from where I learned or what I learned, typography is under like the visual style of a certain brand, imagery, like the imagery, color, maybe color palette, repeated patterns or motifs and typography or under visual style. But typography, yeah, visual style wasn't the answer because it was typography. But the way I learned it, like typography is nested on the uh visual style. The reason I'm even asking is because like since we are not, if we were in the beginner track, maybe there's a particular way that it was taught. So we
Okay.
could have like followed that, even the
Yeah, I
question, the
understand.
definition.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. So that's just what I wanted, like a little clarity. And if like it's not, maybe I'm not updated to like the learning. Maybe I could learn from that
Oh,
too.
okay.
So
I think
yeah.
I think from your communication or from what you just said now, actually you are because this particular aspect was treated in the beginners class. So, and like you said, the way it was taught is actually different from the way you are actually taught. So you have different perspective aside what you are seeing on the screen. You are able to categorize it in a more advanced way compared to the way that someone is just starting up will categorize it. So I quite understand the perspective. And this still boils down to the fact that I think we have to divide, probably intermediate classes will be having their test separately on a different day, the general question and answer. Then the beginners will have it theirs on a very different day. So that quite make it easier for you to focus and be able to apply what you have learned, because it's like there'll be like not a clash, but there will be kind of this is the way I see it, this is my perspective. Yes, that's the word. This is my perspective and this is your perspective, because you are still just like you say one minus one, no, one minus two, or two minus one, no, two minus one Which one is it? Is it one minus one? Like let's say 1 minus 2. Sorry, that is in when you're in primary school. They'll tell you it's impossible. You can't do that. But when you get to secondary school, then you get to okay, there's a possibility that you get -1 because there's an advanced knowledge that you have that there's a possibility in this. So we apologize for that. And like I said, this is our first assessment out of how many assessment that we're going to do. So just give room for that. We'll look at the possibility going forward to ensure that each section have their assessments at different days. So and then so the question you'll be seeing will be familiar with what you are actually being taught in class. So thank you so much, Toby, for calling our attention to that. I really appreciate that, and that's will make us. It helps us to be better in a way. Thank you so much. Thank you also, Gladys, for making the clarification. Thank you for taking the step to reach out to the team and get clarification ahead of the class. Mr. Daniel, you're welcome. Um, so I think we have. I was told we have 4 people on board, and currently we have just 3 of us on board. My colleague is here, Jojin Podu. We are both instructors on the digital marketing track. So she's also joining us, and she might chip in one of this time when we're probably when we're done with the lecture or in between the lectures. So let's go straight to the teaching for today. Can we see my screen? Okay, thank you. So today we are looking at advanced content creation and video marketing. We all know that for beginners, you have to learn what we call content creation, and there's so many things that involve content creation. There's the visual aspect, there's the audio visual, there's the audio, and as much as possible. So you as a digital marketer must learn some add-on skills to be able to begin to harness this thing. I know most of us. Let me ask this question. How many of us are camera shy? If you're camera shy, just use thumbs up. Okay, okay, Daniel. Okay, any other person? Oh, that is. Oh, don't tell everybody's camera. Oh my. So, so you have to break that ice today or this week. You have to break that ice. So it's nothing. So you just have to. It's part of marketing. You know, when you want to talk about a brand, you have to be able to show your face at times. And at times you can just stay behind the screen and just be doing your thing. And people don't know who's behind the screen. But at times, due to some certain businesses, you have to part time. Even when your business begins to grow and get to a certain level, you cannot hide again. They will tell you, boss, you have to come out. Let's do a little chit chat or how to or just a brief information for the customers. And then they put the camera in your face and then you have to speak to it. So you have to begin to learn all these skills ahead of time. So in this course, you learn how to increase how your content creation and video marketing skills, and you'll be able to increase your impact with strategies and techniques that people have used or people have applied, and you also can do the same even in your different spheres of like probably in business or personal development. Yes, that's the word. So like as a business or as a firm, you have certain audience, you have certain clients, you have certain customers that you are targeting. For example, I think in the beginning, because someone was asking that, okay, my audience, I'm into baby clothing. Do I have to target babies too? If I ask that question from a let me ask that question from what say we are intermediate. So let me ask, if I'm making clothes for babies, who are my audience? Because now we are in the section of understanding your audience for content creation, for content creation, understanding your audience for content creation. So if I am, you can just use the chat box. If you don't want to, if you want to speak, just raise up your hand. So you are making clothes for babies. Who are my target audience? Because you have to know the demographic or the certain people that you're looking for that can purchase what you are making. Okay, Gladys.
Okay,
I
thank you,
think
sir.
the target audience is the
Thank you,
parents
sir.
or the mothers, more specifically.
You just answered.
Okay, sorry. Anissa, this Daniel, sorry, don't even put that. Daniel, I didn't see your hand, sorry, but no problem. Please, just next time, let's so that we can be we don't talk over each other's voice. Okay, thank you, Daniel. You said the parents, okay. Gladys, now you can go ahead.
Well, just Daniel just answered this, but yeah, it's parents, majorly parents that the target audience. Children might be also be the target if they are grown to some certain stage where they see the visuals, where they see the videos, and they're like, okay, mommy, I want to do something like this or something like that. But majorly for parents. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much, Gladys. We are correct, yes, but there's still more to that answer, and I would say that uh, elder siblings or older siblings, probably an uncle, probably like the age range is actually large compared to just streamlining to the parent alone. You know, you are streamlining to the parent alone. And I like the fact that Gladys said if they have got it to a certain age that they can show interest in what they see. So they can actually, so children, like children, not babies, children kind of is part of your audience. You have the mother and father, maybe in their 30s or 20s upward, and then you have the older sibling, like let's say from now, let's do the age brackets from age 7 or 8 to like age 50. That will be your target audience. But your most active audience that you're targeting is the parents of the children or the babies. They are the major people you are looking for. They are the one that will always come to get those products over time. So they are your major audience. So you have to know that demographic, you have to know it. Male, female, within the age of 20 and 35 or 20 and 40. So these are your target audience, like major target audience. Then outside that, you have the little ones, like the lower section and the upper boundary. But the major audience that you have is the 20 to 40. Those are your major audience. And then you must be able to, when you are able to, when you're able to identify who your audience, you are able to study them and know, okay, these are actually my audience. You must be able to get their attention in any sphere or in any platform that they are. So it might be via a post, it might be via an Instagram reel, it can be via on a tip content, just to tell them, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this and that, and then they're able to uh log in. There are sometimes that when you get on YouTube, you see that there are some videos that just captivate your attention because it actually speaks to you, or it actually try to capture your attention. And so you must be able to capture people's attention even when when you have actually identified your audience. You must be able to look at, okay, what do my audience want? What do my audience want? Do they want something very techy, or do they want something that is very simple and straight? You can't advertise using probably a video, or let me just use video, using video to advertise in a way you advertise to someone that is in 50, 60, to use that same advert for somebody who is around 18 to 25. It's my network. They will not, the relating will be very low. The adults might relate very well with it, but the younger generation might not even get an hint about what you're even talking about. And so you must be able to customize your, according to your audience, tailor your content. Is it video? Is it post? Is it anything you want to do? You have to ensure that what you tailor your content. And we talked about something in the beginners class. We talked about the awareness, the engagement, the conversion, and then the loyalty. And this is that what, when you customize your videos, for example, or your content, it increases engagement and loyalty, which is what, based on what, on your ability to deliver the services. So I that is one point that we talked about, in that you, when you are able to engage people and they request for your service, and then you are able to deliver your service, it builds loyalty and it builds advocacy for you. But if you are not able to deliver your product and services according to your video or according to what they've seen, you will not really like it. I don't know. You will have seen so many reviews. I made that very funny example in the beginners class sometimes ago, and I said there's a brand that everybody is always in our face, but they had a lot of awareness, a lot of engagement, a lot of conversion, but eventually the the conversion, the service provision or the delivery was actually poor. The service delivery was poor, and that's actually turned people off and did not participate or didn't even want to be part of it, no matter how convincing that they may sound from other people. They don't want to be part of it. So when it comes to videos, you have to be able to look at your audience and see what they are doing. For example, how many of us have been able to uh how many of us operate a Facebook page or use a meta business? If you use a meta business, let me see your answer. Okay, Gladys, thank you. So because that's okay. You want to speak?
I know, so I just as you ask who is using a Facebook page or Meta Business, I am using it, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if you're someone that uses that platform very well, and I think some of us might have been come across it, you will see there is a place where Meta can tell you that this your audience, probably you want to make a post in the post content planner or planner, is going to tell you that your audience, they are active at this particular point in time. Do you want to make that post at this particular point in time, or you just want to go ahead and make that post at your own set time? And if your what do you call it, your business or your page is just coming up, you can just 1 or 2 times just try it and see what happens, which will give you more knowledge about who your audience are, what they are. Even in Meta Business Insights, you'll be able to see different demographic understand anything, everything about your audience. Using Meta, you will see everything in it, the age range, the male, even the regions they are even reaching you from. So some people might be reaching you from outside of probably the region that you are, probably you're in Nigeria or you're in South Africa. They might be reaching you from different countries more than even in Nigeria. So you have to observe all these things even as you progress. So if you are using a video, you must also track when your viewers come on to check your videos, and you must know that okay, this is what my viewers like. Some people, you will see that they like to use filters. For what that have used TikTok very well, that are using TikTok very well, you see that there's certain people that probably they've started some posts and content over in the beginning. You see that over a certain time they just stop and they will start with something new. The something they are starting with is what they have tried, and they say that people really like it among every other post that they made. And it is okay, this is it. And they cling to that particular kind of content and begin to create more and more and more. So we are looking at what on content creation and video marketing. So you'll be familiar, for as many of us are in Nigeria. I think everybody should be in Nigeria. I'm not sure, but aside from judging, so you'll be familiar with Mr. Macaroni, familiar with Taoma. You see how they're able to get your attention even without doing much. It's just the algorithm just naturally picks their post and show it to you. And the moment you just glimpse your eyes on it, within 3 to 4 seconds or 5 seconds, you are ready to okay, what next? Let's see what is going to happen. You already know what is going to happen, but because you still want to engage, you still want to like be entertained by what they do, you are still able to what stay. So they understand what you want. When you go to TikTok, you see so many videos and forms and everything. They understand what you want. Probably you are just someone that is down, you just want to okay, let me just go and enjoy myself. Okay, you are there. Then the algorithm of TikTok already know that you are there for fun, because what you react and interact with over time, it has taken it down. If you're someone that loves to cook, probably you like to bake, you like to be watching baking, and then whenever you open your TikTok or your app, it's going to pop up with baking, because I've written as well, okay, you love to bake and you like anything that regards to baking. So it's going to be very related. Just feel will be actually different. So you must be able to track what your audience wants and what you watch, what they watch the most. For example, I heard about I'll just say it by the side. I didn't even get to like watch it personally myself from TikTok. I was just hearing the feedback from people. They say I think cooking with Kanya or something, or Kenya. There is a lady that cooks, and it's a very funny way that she's cooking, and the way she cooks is very funny. Like she makes dishes and everything, but in a very how will I call it? Not like cooking, like serious cooking, but in a way that appeals to some people. Yes, that's the right phrase. To appeal to some people, and which are always going there. And since she detected that these people love what she's doing, she just continue doing that. But as a brand, you was be sure that okay, yes, this is what I want to do. I don't want to put out a bad image about myself or reputation about my company. So you must know your audience, even when it comes to video creation. You must know what they want to watch and what they want to do. If you're a startup brand, there's some certain videos you have to be able to do. You have to make people understand what, like there's first thing you have to do is an awareness video. You are even going ahead with a video, an awareness video to tell people who you are, what you do, what you offer. So let's go to the next slide. We talk about strategic content planning. So like I said, any content you're making must align with what you do. No matter what, it must align with what you do. And you must also ensure that whatever you are whenever you are making content, ensure that you try to get keywords that are relevant to you and are able to give you an edge outside, like on Google search or anywhere. An example of a keyword is okay, how to do something, 10 tips to do this. These are keywords that you can actually, there are a lot of them, but depending on your business niche, you have to know which one really you can apply to yourself. So you can just go on Google and start and search for keywords, probably keywords for this, keywords for that, and then you will see different keywords that you can use even in your content. As you are creating the content, you are going to put it there. So also you must be able to do a content calendar, which is creating something that you'll be posting across all platforms. It might be for a week, it might be for a month, it can be for 2 months, 3 months, depending on your capability, or to sit down and then set the goals and then sit down and then make the content and make the calendar. So you are able to sit down and look at, okay, this is what I'll be posting every Monday. On Tuesday, this is what we'll post. On Wednesday, Friday, this is what we'll post. And then you stick to it, irrespective of whatsoever. But you can only be flexible on the 3 days. If you don't want to post, maybe you don't want to post every day, you want to post maybe 3 times in a week, some 5 times in a week, and some they post every day. And so you must be able to sit down and create your content calendar. I don't know, do we know how to create that, or have we seen something like that before? Content calendar. You are intermediate, so I think we should. So, but let me just ask. Okay, thank you, Toby. Toby is familiar with content calendar. So we as a business entity, it helps. Okay, thank you. It helps to, I think, since you are even using Meta, I think Meta has something like that. You can even schedule inside Meta. Like you can just say, if you have your content calendar, you can just do everything on Meta, and Meta will take it in from there whenever at the time. Bam, it's just going to take it up and post it, make the post for you. So content calendar also help you to schedule your post. And aside from planning, it helps you to schedule your post, and also helps you to be able to monitor the progress of the things that you are doing over time. Then you must be able to repurpose your content. Like I said, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I said, if you are making a post, let's say I'm making a 3-paragraph post on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram, is it possible for me to make that same post on Twitter? Let me ask. I'm making a 3-paragraph post on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Is it possible for me to make that post on Twitter? Okay. So this means I have to change. Okay, Toby, you want to speak? Okay.
No, except you have bought what is it called? You have
You
bought
have been verified or you have
you have
monetized.
been verified, and even at that itself, nobody likes very long paragraph threads on Twitter.
Okay, thank you. So on Twitter, we are the foundation. Sorry, the on X. Previously it was Twitter. Sorry about that. On X, we are familiar with the beginning. We are not even familiar with the name again. we know what we do on formerly Twitter is we tweet, and tweet is just 150 words. But when Elon Musk came, he decided to say, okay, let's monetize it and make it those that are able to post long paragraph and the likes. So, but naturally, everybody have nowadays we have short span in reading things. So you can't take what I want to post in Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. I'll post the same thing on Twitter. It's not going to work the same way because there are different platforms and you must tailor your content according to the platform. You can take a video and try to turn it into a carousel. Try to take a picture, try to divide it to make it a carousel so that you can use it for explanation. And so people do just look at the pictures and they understand what you're saying without having to begin to read long paragraph. You can just take at least Twitter can take 4 pictures. So what you want to say in the long paragraph, you can just say, okay, instead of me doing this long paragraph, let me look at a schematic way I can represent this in a diagram, and then I post once, and then people can click on the images and then you see it. And you can see some of the trend on Twitter. Sometimes like they started sometimes ago, they are going to pick 4 pictures that you can actually go through the 4 pictures and understand what they are saying, or just catch clues around the 4 pictures that they are saying. So you have to be able to repurpose your content to be able to ensure that okay, they are able to go to different platforms and they're able to even reach where you much more than where you think that they will reach. So we have the video production. Now when we talk about content and video production, in video production for us here, I think for some of us the basic we'll be using is CapCuts, and that is okay. There are different ones. There's Viva Video, there's InShots, there's CapCuts. I'm familiar with InShot bit more. I'm just doing my hands on CapCut on my laptop. And some of us might have been using CapCut on our phones and gadgets are the like. So these are tools that you use in making video or editing video, not making video, editing videos. And then you have to start with something, probably a professional camera, or you start with your phone, depending on the pixel of your phone. So if the pixel of your phone camera is actually very good, you can go ahead to make it use it for shooting anything you want to do. You'll have seen so many ads probably on Twitter, Twitter, then TikTok or Instagram Reels, that's they will show somebody who is trying to use a phone to do a public ad, like probably Coca-Cola ad or probably 7-Up ad, and it's going to show you the process using his or her phone and then show you the final results from that phone. Now this comes with the ability to take some certain shots at some certain level. There are times that you have to bend down to take shots. There are sometimes you have to stand. There's times you have to go around and do so many things in order to be able to take these different shots. And so even when it comes to you as a person, there is a way you stand before the camera that's it's okay, and there's a way you stand before the camera that is not okay. So there's a way if I say, boy, let's turn on our camera now. Some of us, if you are not familiar with the camera, you might actually be putting your face closer to the camera than it should be. And there should be a certain level that you go to, okay, just stand in front of the camera and then record yourself or say something, and then you'll be able to push out. For example, if you're someone that is that has done some certain interviews that they tell you that, okay, do a 1-minute video about yourself and tell us what you do and how you can help us as a firm. You see that you have to, that's fear of like we are afraid now that we are camera shy. You have to take that shy and say, well, you don't apply it because you have to do the 1-minute video irrespective of that. So you start with your camera, and then over time you can begin to use sophisticated gadgets. So like the ones that you can lay your hands on, which are actually free, although there's a pro version to each and every of these tools I'm talking about. The InShot, the CapCut, Viva Shot, they are all simple apps you can use to edit your videos and then make something better. So when you even record different parts, you can join them together, and probably you want to put music or you want to speak over what you have done, you can do that. And then it comes out nice, and then you can do what? Begin to push it out. And some of these apps also have the ability to reduce noise. So probably where you are doing where you are speaking or producing, there's noise and everything. Some of them have the capability to able to reduce the noise production to some certain level so that the voice is actually out. And also the microphone that you use at times, you see that most content creators use a certain kind of microphone. There's this kind of microphone that has the ability not even the software now, has the ability to reduce the noise production, and you'll be able to speak irrespective of, but that doesn't mean you can stay in where there's high level of noise and say you want to test the ability of the mic. No, you also must be sure, okay, to in a very serene environment, though there might be some little noise, if due to cars or something, but you are able to do what you want to do. So you have to first know how to take some certain shots. So when you for example, like if today was Saturday, I would have said we should do something, but I think you still have to do it. But that will be tomorrow. The teacher will be taking us, probably me or someone else will be giving us that nudge on that. So now when it comes to, now we're going to optimizing our content for engagements. Like I said earlier on, you have to capture people's attention within maximum 5 seconds. 5 seconds. For example, if I say, do you know will actually hold you down no matter what you want to do. It's going to stop you. Like, okay, what is this person trying to say? Do I know? Do I know what? You want to like understand what is this person trying to talk about? Okay, do I know? Then you try to check more. So you must ensure that you have something that grabs people's attention, max 5 seconds. And even here it says within 3 seconds, you're able to grab their attention and they still glue to whatever you want them to, or want them to hear, or what you want them to know. For example, if someone shouts, like you are just scrolling the video and someone shout, hey, to you on like is a content, and you have to stop, like, wait, what's going on? And you're like, okay, what's going on? Why is this guy shouting? And you're like, oh, it's right. Oh, I'm trying to tell you about this. I'm like, oh my, so this is what this guy is trying to talk about. So you have to use powerful hooks. You have to use some key headliners that can catch people's attention. You must also be good in storytelling. I think we talk about this in the beginners class, using some certain learning content creation method. Which, for example, we have the problem, we have the agitation, and we have the solution. So you can tell a story of probably having issue or someone having issue, and then the person was frustrated, and then the person was able to find your products or services, and the person smiled at the end of it. That is, it's like it's emotionally connected, and you can, even the people who are reading can also feel attached or feel involved in the process. When you look at the art on our audio visuals, TVs, our phones, and like the video ads, you see there's a storytelling that they do. For some of us, I don't know, or some of us who watch DSTV and Go TV, you see there's a storytelling. I think I told the beginners class, I told them it is a particular ad that is a storytelling art, but it's a revamped storytelling art that if you are not creative, you'll never pick what they are trying to say until you sit down and you're like, what is people trying to say? They will show you what they're trying to say at the end of the video, but going through the process from the beginning to the end, you will not understand. But eventually, they'll just tell you this is what we are talking about, and we don't want it. And like, what? How does I sat down for the weeks before I could actually understand, like, what are these people trying to tell us? What are they trying to do? And eventually, I realized that, oh, so because of this work, because of this particular term that is happening as an act, is erasing the work of so many people. So people are disappearing from the beginning to the end. Then if they now if you play it forward, it means that without that particular word at the last end, people will their work will actually speak for them, and they will be able to enjoy more. So you must have a very creative storytelling activity, storytelling contents. And like one we said in our class, you must be creative in digital marketing. People are doing so many people are in digital marketing, so many people are doing so many things, but you must be very creative in doing just in a very, very unique way. So you must also be able to do polls, quizzes. Did you know it's also part of something that you can use as an interactive element to interact with people? And also you must be able to use call to action. So it's not every time you just tell story, and you don't even tell people what to do. If you are posting, if you are telling stories and using powerful groups, awesome, people will engage. But you have to do something. Your end goal, the end goal of your brand is to actually get services or actually make sales. So when you do that, you have to put a CTA, call to action, to drive people to probably your website, or to get a product, or to reach out to your DM, or to get engaged with whatever you are doing. So with these things, you are able to optimize the content. And like I said earlier on, you must be able to use keywords. For example, let's say I'm trying to work around waste management and the likes. I I, I have to talk about SDG and circular economy and sustainability. These are terms that familiar with waste management. So I must be able to put those words in what I'm creating, and I must ensure that, okay, as I'm putting them up, I make it relatable. Yes, relatable, that storytelling. And then I'm able to what call do a call to action, probably people to support me. You can, I'm going for on this particular campaign, 10,000 trees, 1,000 trees, support the goal, support the vision. And people are like, oh, I love what you're doing, like, we'll support you, we'll do this. They will reach out to you, and then you're able to make the end goal, which is probably to your project or to your business as a person. So the platforms that you use for for distribution, YouTube, we did something yesterday. YouTube is for long videos, and now we have shorts. So your SEO, which is search engine optimization, actually work very well. So your keywords, that's the the points. Your keywords are very important on YouTube. So if you're uploading on YouTube, you must be able to ensure that you are using keywords that are familiar to your videos. And there's also a place for hashtag on the like an hashtag on YouTube, that you can put these keywords there, and then people who search for these certain keywords, your video can actually pop up. Then too, you must also organize your playlist. So don't just leave every video. Let people organize your video so that people can actually find what they want easily. And doing that is actually make them happy to always come back to whatever you're doing part time. So you can have how to, you can have meet our customers, you can have meet our clients, you can have meet our salesperson of the month and the likes, all together on the channel. But you are able to organize everything in a playlist. Now TikTok is another platform for videos, which is it consists of trends and challenges. Music, or trending music, trending videos, trending challenges that people do. But I always threw the caution out there, and I said, do the challenges that are not harmful to your brand. Do the challenges that will not come to backlash you. So so when you are even jumping on trend, you must be careful on the trend that you're jumping on. Then also, you must focus on, like, your video should be max to 1 minute. If it's too long, even if possible 30 seconds. If it's not interesting from the beginning and you're gonna do 1 minute, people will not watch it. You just scroll up. So it must be short, 30 seconds. When you must also be familiar with the video size. If you use all the, like, the tools I spoke to us about now, Cohort, Viva, and InShot, there's a size for this particular platform. The size you use for Instagram really same thing for you use for TikTok. The size for YouTube is actually different. YouTube is actually landscape, it's not portrait. So there's a certain size for YouTube that you have to use. So because if you post it the other way around, it might not come out nice, but there's a size you have to use for that. So for Instagram, you use the reels, you have the stories and the IG features, and then you must be able to engage with your audience as they come on board. So when they come on and they make a request or to do something, you can actually respond to them, or they say, okay, how much is this shoe that you just showed up? You must be able to come on and they respond to them. Okay, it's 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. Okay, how do I get it? Then you're able to send a DM. Let's take the conversation off from this space. So then on LinkedIn, you can share. LinkedIn now have a video section separated from its content. So you can actually share your content there. So if you're a thought leader, if you're someone who's upcoming in that particular sphere, you can sit down, shoot the video, post it on LinkedIn, and let people begin to interact with it. And you must also be able to network strategically. I told the business class that LinkedIn is a professional network. So whatever you do, you must put that professional at the back of your mind. And then so when you're going out to even to reach out to people, you must not just reach out anyhow, just not just say hi, hello, how you doing? You must be strategic in, like, going straight to the point, so that when people see you, they know what you want and what you really need to get. So they just answer it straight away, which will actually give you more room to do better and more things as you progress. So these are certain I think on Twitter too, yes. Well, we don't really use much of Twitter on the we don't use much of videos on Twitter, except the only thing that will make us use video on Twitter is when there is hot gist, or when there is something that is happening, like probably there is a fire outbreak or something, and you just have to post a video. That's when you quickly use the video. We don't really use video that much uh on Twitter. So let me go to this place instead of going to the SEO. We'll talk about the SEO before I finish. So you must, when you talk about, when you have a YouTube channel, for example, there are some things that YouTube will show you. I think, which section is that? Okay, YouTube Studio. Yes, YouTube Studio. If you go to the YouTube Studio, you will see some of these things there. Two of these things you see that were there. You see the key metrics, and then you see some insights about what is happening with the videos, and so you will be able to see how many seconds are people able to stay to watch your video, or videos, not just one, videos. What time do people leave? Even when people say, okay, they want to even stay, what time do they stay to? Are they able to click something, or probably you put a link, or probably you put watch next video? Are they able to click it or not? To be able to understand who this audience are, who this customer or who these clients are. So with that, you'll be able to, okay, I think I need to maximize on this certain part, this part of this video. I need to do more of this and less of this. I need to see how I can augment A plus B to ensure that people stay. There's some videos that you watch that the way they start is interesting, but actually what they want to tell you is not actually interesting. And you're like, you're just wasting my time. Why you just, they captivated the attention. So they've taken what they like, what they need. They already arrived at it without even having any problem. They've retained, they've gotten your attention, they've retained you, and then you might even have mistakenly clicked on what some of this thing, or you intentionally click and say, let me find out more. And then you find out more, you will see that oh, this is not what I want. For example, if you're on YouTube, you will see so many videos, like you watch a video and the next thing you see an ad coming up from Google, different like different ads from different companies via Google ads, and they tell you this is okay. Now some people will skip it, but there's a time before you can skip, and some people will say, okay, I think let me see what this ad. Now that is retention. They are able to stay and watch, and they might decide to say, okay, let me click this particular ad and then go out to go and check more. So these are things that you need to watch when you are, for very key when you are using videos, even for TikTok. Yeah, some people say something, they'll say, I'm having so many views, yet I'm not having likes. You're having so many awareness but no engagements. So you have to check what are you doing that people are not engaging with your post. So you have to watch out for most of these things. Then you must be able to refine your content based on what you have received from the key metrics. Then experiment. When you try A, try B, try C, try to change some things. You can post two different videos, sorry, same the video but two different captions, or two different videos with same caption, just to see, okay, which one works better, which one is able to speak well for the firm. So there are so many tools you can use in doing this, but the tools that we have, like majorly online, now gives the ability to understand these things without even doing much of external work. So for example, A/B testing, if you are doing for example, if you are doing ads, you can do A/B testing to check which ads will be better off for you, or which one will not be really that okay. So you just, after the doing A/B testing, you can now try to focus on the one that you actually want to use to launch full-blown ad on the platform. So like, yeah, Toby just said earlier on, you can monetize some of these things. For example, like you can monetize your Facebook, you can monetize your Instagram, your Twitter. Yes, your Twitter. So as a YouTube partner, there are some criteria you have to meet to be a YouTube partner, and there are some levels you have to get to for you to be able to do that. So if you have met the criteria, you'll be able to join and then earn from Facebook. You can earn, I think this one is something that is very familiar with Nigerians. I don't know about other countries, but I'm no ability to, okay, I'm coming like this, ability to earn commission through product placement and links. So you just place someone's product on your desktop and tell people to go to this particular link to that, and then the more they are going to that link, there's a commission that's coming to your own pocket. Okay, Gladys.
Thank you, sir. So I want to ask, I know I have like three different Facebook accounts I'm managing. One is a page, then two is the other one, normal Facebook account. So I was recently chatting with a friend. So she said my Facebook profile could be modified if I change it to a professional mode. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how that can be true. Is that true? Is that true? Sir?
Yes, that's true, but you still have to do some. You have to do some other criterias too. So it's not just about changing into professional. There are still some criterias you have to do, and then you have to make a payment. So let me that is the back. I think you have to make a payment. That is the back this thing about it. I think Instagram too, you have to make a payment. So like monthly payments per time, but you also be getting money back. So you use money to chase money or money to get money. So if you change the professional, then you can then now try to there's a application process to get verified. So when you are giving that, I think it's quite easier now than before. When you're giving that, then you can start monetizing your contents. So it's true. So going back to the teaching, so you can do a collaboration post with brands. You maybe you're an influencer or something, or your company is partnering with another company to probably make sales or to uh, do some promos. So you guys will get there's a certain commission, is a deal between the two of you, a certain commission that goes to you. Or when you make this number of sales or conversion from your end with a particular code, you get this number of uh percentage of the commission that we agreed. So you also have the supports. You can there are different support. There's GoFundMe and so many other platforms that you can use to uh monetize your content. You can even tell people to patronize you, like even without even fan support, you can just tell people to patronize you. For example, fan support. Who can give me an example of fan support on any application? Let me open it. Any application, fan support. Okay, Gladys.
Okay, I will use TikTok for example. Fan support might be the gifts you actually receive from your fans. So it is not being paid by that particular platform, but paid by your fans, your followers, or
Okay,
given to you by your followers.
okay, thank you. That's an applause for you. Okay, Toby.
I think TikTok has a fan support feature for gifts and YouTube too, where if you join the creator community, you can gift money to give money or like things to the creators. Those are two that I know. The other ones are mostly subscription based models. I think Patreon too. Thank you. That one has actually been nice.
Okay. Thank you, Toby. So we talked about TikTok, we talked about YouTube. Uh, also I would say I think Facebook has been doing something like that, but it's very subtle, very, very subtle. You will not actually know. There is this for those who have monetized their app, sorry, their profile, they are able to there's a gift, very small gift button there that you can actually without even telling you, if you want to gift the person something, you can actually go through that, click the button, and then it takes you to the process of gifting to that particular person. So there are different methods on different platforms that even without even using external app, people can actually appreciate what you do. People can appreciate what you do, especially the one that we know very more, like is what Gladys just talked about, TikTok, when they do their live videos or live sections and they begin to give you lion, cap, and also many things. And this can be converted and you earn some credits and money to be used for other things. So, and currently, we know that AI has taken over. How many of us are able to use AI? I think everybody should be able to use AI, but I don't want to be assuming. If you can use AI, thumbs up. Okay, Gladys. Just this thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's see if you can use AI. Okay, okay. Is Daniel still in the class? I've not seen you for a while. Daniel, you are still in the class. I've not seen you for a while. Are you able to use okay, thank you. So we can see that AI has come to stay, and you have to step up your game. So with AI you can actually create a script and then launch a video, and then probably get your own personal picture up, your own design pictures. Let me say personal picture, your own design picture or creatives, and slot it in, and then the AI will do voice over for you. You have seen so many videos on TikTok that the picture that they are using is AI generated, the voice is also AI generated, and this will actually captivate you when you get to those particular videos. So we are getting to that point that what AI is going to be very, very essential. But remember, you are the one that have the power to use AI. AI cannot use itself. So that is why I always tell people that what even if AI is more prominent, if there's nobody to be creative to get something from it, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be lying fallow on the floor. And then there's this augmented reality, the ability to be able to experience what is happening in the video. I think there's some cinemas that have that capability that you put on a particular Google and then you're able to, it looks like you are in the movie. You're able to experience everything that is happening in that movie. So video creation is getting to that point in time, but we have to start with our baby steps. And over time, we'll begin to metamorphose into something bigger. And then you must, as a digital marketer, you must ensure that your video is not too long. If your video will be too long, you have to have a captivating 3 to 5 seconds that we will sit and say, okay, let's see. I want to see the end of this content. Let me see what is this person saying. I really want to know what he's really talking about. Does he even know what he's even saying? That is like something that we really want to do. So short form video, but even if it's going to be long, you have to ensure that you are able to captivate the attention of people. Then you must also understand that what the data that you are getting, don't just allow those data to be there and say anytime you have to always check them. They actually change over time. Probably 2 months ago, your audience are majorly females and youngsters, and then this year the majority of your audience are swapped from just females to even teenagers or youth. Yeah, you don't even you are still producing the content for women, because you say okay, it's ladies that really have this problem, but you now focus on women content, and then now your audience has changed and you didn't even observe that. You have to be very observant of your analytics, your data, so far you can have access to them. We have the Google Analytics. We have, for those that use websites, you have the Meta Business and Insights. I'm not familiar with what do you call it? What's the name? Twitter. I'm not X. Sorry, I'm not familiar with how X. If you're not monetized, I'm not familiar with how you get your. Okay, you get the impression, but you can't get the real details more. You just get the impression, the likes and comments on under the post. Then for LinkedIn give you the ability at some certain level know how you are doing. So people, your views, people who view you, people who came to your profile, then people who engage, how your post is doing, the impression it had, the number of people that engage with your post, and the likes. So all this data you must be able to look at it and then okay, let me come up with something that will be useful and powerful for me. And this now take me to the ability to be able to, now when I'm talking about data driven strategies, is ability to now I'm not going back to the ability to use SEO or keywords that you're able to push out on your own content, and then Google will come and pick your content and show it to people that okay, yes, this person is doing something like this, showing something like this. I think it's relating to what you want. So it helps you when you are able to get the right keywords, like I said earlier, for your content, and you begin to post over time. Google is going to recognize you and is going to pick what you're doing, or probably it's a website. If it's a website, there are some things certain things you have to do in the back end to ensure that Google is able to come to you and then crawl your website and then pick out some things that it might need for people to know about. But if it is not, if it's just social media and everything, you have to just use those keywords there so that as Google is going around picking things and it can actually pick your website or your posts. At times when you make some search, for example, if you search for, let's say example, SEO on Google now, you will see some top posts and then you see YouTube videos that are majorly on SEO, 3 to 4 videos on SEO. And this will now begin to, okay, then you now like, okay, let me go and see what this guy is saying. Let me go and see what and they will be saying the same thing, probably in different forms. So you must be able to use SEO very well. I think the SEO I'm using is big. Keywords, you need to use keywords very well so that your article or content or whatever you are putting up as a digital marketer is able to rank well on Google or something. For example, if you key in your name on Google, there is something that is going to make it rank higher. That is, I'm going to give you a cheat today as let's say as a deal. What makes you rank higher is the ability to showcase yourself on LinkedIn. The ability to showcase yourself on LinkedIn. If you are just on LinkedIn and you don't showcase yourself on LinkedIn and you Google your name might, your LinkedIn profile might even be the last. But those who are active on LinkedIn, if you Google your name, it's going to bring out your name, your profile first from LinkedIn before any other thing that you might want to talk about. So you must be able to use those your keywords very well, probably in your content, in your newsletter, in your website, blog post, and the like. So as you do that over time, you see that Google begins to recognize what you do. There's a certain times I work with a firm, and when we profile people, for example, and I'm trying to like, have we profiled this person before? Have we profiled this person before? Okay, what I just do is that I type the person's name and I type on two. Now the company name is three names, but I just use two names of the company and I press enter. And immediately, if the person has been profiled by that company, is going to be the first thing I'm going to see on Google, because in a way that's been programmed that Google has been able to, the keywords have been used that Google can actually identify that particular keyword with this particular firm and then say, okay, this guy has been profiled on this post. So don't, this is what you want. And they're like, oh, so we can't use this person. Let's look for somebody else. So those are the advantages of keywords. And it can also make you get customers free without having to pay people to pay Google, for example, pay Google to uh, put you out there. But if you're able to do your SEO or use your keywords very, very well. So we've talked about advanced content creation and video marketing. So this week, I think this is what we are going to be looking at this week. But you'll be doing something shortly, but I won't reveal that until we ask our questions so that we'll be sure. So after our question, they will not see the assignment which will be submitted tomorrow. In tomorrow, before tomorrow class or in the class. So please, any question? Okay, any question? So I want to assume there's no question. And I think I'll be on the safe side to say that. Okay, so if there's no question, there's just a very simple, it's a simple assignment that we're going to do. A very simple assignment. Please just, you can take a screenshot when I get to that place now. So you can take a screenshot so that, so these are assignments. These assignments. So choose a brand, define the brand content goals, identify their target audience, and specify the content and the platform that they can use. I forgot that. Choose a brand, define the brand content goals, identify the target audience, specify the content formats and platforms that they can use. Hope you get that. So please, you can take a screenshot so that you don't miss out when you want to actually want to do the assignment. So that's just that about that. So please, and please let us start applying some of these things that we have learned. You can go on Google on you can download CapCuts, you can download InShots, and I believe with time you'll be able to maneuver your way around it. Okay, Toby.
Sorry, I just the screen for the assignment. I didn't see it completely. I
Okay,
wasn't able to take it out.
okay, okay, no problem. I'll put it back.
No, thank you.
to okay. Okay, so is that so? Thank you for coming into the class this afternoon. I hope we enjoy ourselves. I think I can remember those who are in class. So I don't. I'm not sure about the attendance. I'm not sure about the attendance yet. Okay, Gladys.
Thank you, sir. So this, I think this is kind of a personal question. Um, I recently shared my content creating journey on TikTok. So recently, that is early this year. I just want to ask a question. Mm, I know that my engagement with others has also been making me engagement, like me engaging on people's posts has been giving me engagement. But you don't have to continue with that every time.
Okay, like now here I get you. Do you have to continue to engage with other people's posts to ensure that you are getting engagement? That's your question. Okay, okay, thank you, Judging. So I would, in a way, you have to engage over time. When the time comes and you even engage and people are relevant with their conversation with your post, you don't even need to, you just come and just say engagement going and the likes. But as someone who's starting out, they will tell you, even for like when I did a LinkedIn course there, tell you have to push yourself, like comment on people's, interact with people's posts, engage with people's posts. Through that, people can see what you are doing. They can actually click your profile and say, let me see what this person has a very sound mind, or this person is giving a very creative answer. Let me go and see what this person is doing. And they go there and they see that, okay, I like what this person is doing. Let me follow it. And over time, you actually gain the ground that you even need to bother about engaging or not engaging. Naturally, over time, when it gets to, because it's a video content creation app, or sorry, a video content app. When it gets to a certain time, you need to produce so many shoots. You know, when you are very, very busy that you have to do like 3 or 4 shoots per day, or 4, 5 or 6 shoots per day, you might never have time to engage. You need to be ready to do is just to post the videos and let people engage. There are some brands that don't even bother, they don't even remember when the only people they engage with probably their close circles, or probably they are doing a partnership brand because now they are big. But as it starts, so you just, the little you can do, engage with people, and then over time, when you get that customer base that you need, you don't need to do what your engagement will be low, but it will not be zero. You still continue to engage, but now you know that you now zero it to zero. But as it is now, I would advise keep engaging as much as you can with people, because you need people to be able to give you that reach that you actually need. Okay, thank you so
So I
much.
still have another question. Can I go ahead?
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. So I know I don't currently have a product, but hopefully I would want to generate a digital product. So is it very like right now? Is it very important that I have a product to display on LinkedIn? I mean, on TikTok or my social media app?
I would say it's not actually, let's say, really compulsory for you to have that product or services. Now, when you build, you can build people, or build a fan base. Let me use that word, or a client base. Yes, that's right. The client, you can build a client base around your personality and your ability to sell, to trust your brand will make them trust what you are bringing on. So when you bring, when you, let's say I've been showcasing myself as a thought leader, Israel, kindly mute your mic. Kindly mute your mic. Thank you. So let's say I'm someone who has been showcasing myself as a thought leader, and I decide to, okay, I have written a book. Now that's a service that I'm bringing on board. I've written a book that this those who believe in what I do will actually do what will actually purchase that book. So first, since there's nothing, put yourself out, or you can be doing something that will lead to the production of that particular product. So you can do a little bit of build up to the product. Maybe you have a timer that you expect the product, so you can do a build up. Or first you just start with yourself, and then who trust you enough, and they have a base with you, they can actually say, okay, when they see your product, they can say, okay, let's give it a try and see what we get out of it. So it's not compulsory you have to put a product out there. There's many people that don't put product out there and they are doing well, they are doing fine. So, for example, there's this funny guy that I always work on. He's not saying anything. He's only once in a while they will come and give him sponsorship deal to work on. But he just posts something funny, people will laugh about, and that's just it about him. So when they say, okay, this is what you want to, this is what we say we are selling now, people will actually go for that particular product. Thank you, Toby.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the session. The first question, I wanted to find out how do we effectively A/B test on LinkedIn? Because I think you've been mentioning LinkedIn a lot, and like you're very proficient at LinkedIn because the platform the platform is very funny sometimes. So A/B testing for a beginner brand or company on LinkedIn, what are like the best strategies? Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you. So for LinkedIn, because when you look at A/B tests immediately, you're looking at the ability to swap maybe the content or the visuals. So naturally, this will be found in the ads. When you are running ads, this is where you find the most. But manually, you can do that yourself. So probably you post something today, and you make the post. Okay, probably on self development, and you talked up, and there's a particular picture you use, and people have actually done this before, and they realize that, oh, this is kind of picture that work with this, like for LinkedIn, this kind of picture that work with that with most posts and everything that you do. So you post probably you post a certain picture, and you see that the way the interaction was not really what you can after a while you can go back, post that same post with a different picture. Probably, for example, like on LinkedIn, what people like most on LinkedIn is high resolution. One thing is high resolution picture. Two, a great catchy headline. Three, compelling storytelling. Like you are able to tell the story in the way that you are able to follow through the journey, or it might be able to teach you, and even in teaching you, you are able to follow through what is being taught or what the person is saying. So it might be like, okay, speaking out as an HR top executive and talking about some certain things that happen in the industry. Like probably that day there's something that happened and you want to let people like this shouldn't be like that, and just come on and speak about it. But for A and B testing, you just have to swap things around. That's just the entire A or B. That's just the entirety. You have to just swap things around and see. Okay, I made a post today using a video. Let me try to use a post, make a post with just a picture and see which one is better. And so you now choose. Okay, this one is actually better. We did something currently lately before the bootcamp kick starts. We did a we are doing posts like picture post, and then we decided to do a video post, and then we saw that okay, the video post had more engagement than even the text post, which means on the long run, if we want to do something that's attached to that particular thing, we work more on content on videos. Though we will not neglect content or the text post, but we work more on content on videos to captivate attention of people. So hope you understand.
Yes, sir, I do. I do. The reason I asked was like uh beginner brands or like people kind of the reason why like I'm LinkedIn specific was because a lot of LinkedIn content these days very should I use the word inorganic?
Mm-hmm.
What I've
Yeah.
seen so far. Oh, everybody's a hero in the story.
Sure.
Archetype. So like testing sometimes, it's on like say Instagram where you have like likes and all. Okay, say let's use a hypothetical now. You're a brand that is just like starting out. You come to LinkedIn. Now, should you use, since we're talking video now, should you start with like uh, video content or in experience, like do you do video first, then follow up with more text and story based, or do you save that for, because I don't really understand how like um LinkedIn what's it called? The LinkedIn audience responds to
Okay.
video against story and I'm sorry, I hope the question is not dragging out too long.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So, for now, one thing is this: like, it boils down to the fact that when we started, we talked about the audience. If you understand the audience that is on LinkedIn, you will know, okay, this is what will appeal to them. LinkedIn is a B2B, business to business platform or business to customer platform. So whatever you are posting must appeal to probably a business to reach out to you or a client or customer to reach out to you. So starting out, you can't just for you to start out, you have to first do a kind of awareness post before you like launch into the, because if you just do a video, people like, who are you, where are you coming from, and it might not even get the kind of reach that you want if you are doing it on your own. When you are starting out, you need people in your company who are already, like, now you use in-house as your own ads. So for example, I am on LinkedIn, let's say Judging is on LinkedIn, Toby is on LinkedIn, and I'm doing something. We are together working on a particular product together. We've done everything, we have launched it. I want to go on LinkedIn. Okay, now we've created the organization page or portfolio on LinkedIn, and then we started making posts, and I like, okay, Toby, Judging, Gladys, share to your profile. Now, the more they share to their profile, now there's an algorithm that give that reach over time. So it's not every time they will share, but once in a while they share to their profile or they repost. Yeah, that's what they repost to their profile. And in reposting, other people will begin to get familiar with your company or with your startup creative that you just started. So you have to first use in-house. Those who are close to you that you know that okay, they will follow you, they will share your what you do. So when you do that, then others, then you can also strategically, because LinkedIn is for business, you can strategically be reaching out to people. There's a LinkedIn invites. I know if you're on LinkedIn, you'll be getting a lot of invites. I still have a lot on my profile. I'm not attending to them. You're getting a lot of invites because people on their different profiles, on their different company page, they have I think per month is 250. So they are able to send 250 invites to 250 different people to come and join their page. So that is also one way. So, and if you are making posts that is relevant every time, people will actually come to what, to your companies. And if you feel like okay, they needed something, they will actually reach out to you and then you will. So LinkedIn is like, because if you go and do research on LinkedIn ads, you will run away. The first time I tried this, I was like, what the heck is going on? This is you have to be like the top gun. You have to be a top gun in the industry to be able to say you want to do LinkedIn ads. So that's why most people are on the organic level, and they've tried to understand who their audience is, who the people are. For someone like HR now, you know that your audience are people that are job hunting. That's the audience. Give them tips how to write a CV, how to do this, okay, opportunities that is available. That is your audience, irrespective of how many people that is on LinkedIn, because it's not your concern. Then when it comes to someone that like, okay, a digital marketer, you are trying to sell yourself or your services. So you are talking about what you do, how you can help their businesses. Okay, we just completed a campaign with this particular. I think I follow the guy who is working with Mavis. He talked about some of the projects he do with Astra and Rema recently. I think last year, posted it on LinkedIn. Like he was able to do some projects, massive projects with these two artists last year, and it came out good and awesome, and people were happy. And he's also glad that he's improving with them. He made a same post recently about I think they were in Ghana, Marvins were in Ghana to do something. I made a post on it that okay, we're in Ghana, we did this, there's nothing without a team. But just to encourage, like, okay, there's foster is a good thing working together as a team, there's collaboration within them. So you have to identify your audience. So, like you said, if you identify that okay, my audience are young people on LinkedIn, okay, what will captivate them? Let me do research on those who are doing something like this on LinkedIn. And then when you research and look at what they are doing, you can now say, okay, how can I implement these certain things to my own firm? So don't just shoot ahead to just launch video and everything. You can start with text. And then from text, you can then begin to go to videos. You know, it costs more to do video than to do text. You can actually do your text yourself. When it comes to video, if you're not sophisticated, you have to outsource, get somebody who uses Adobe Premiere or something to work on your work, or you just join something and it might not even make sense when you join it very well if you're not that sophisticated to some level. So start with the text and picture, text and picture, text and picture. Reach out to the in-house and then push it out. And then over time, we can then okay, now we want to do let's find how we do make a video that we talk about all that we do and what we can offer. Then, and then when you do that, you push it out, then the reach increases, and then people can say, okay, let me find out about this company, let's follow them and see what happens. And then when you send invite, people actually, because there's many their faces, they will actually accept the invites. So that's just that's so I think
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, well done.
okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. So hope we have all filled the attendance. Please, we have not, Georgine just dropped the attendance link. Please click on it and fill it. Do well to have a lovely holiday. Try as much to enjoy your holiday. And don't come late to class tomorrow. See you in class tomorrow by God's grace. And it might be my colleague or someone else to take us in the class. Do well to have a lovely evening. Bye for now.